Hello everyone, welcome to Marketing 459 Personal Selling and Sales Management. This is Chapter 14. Chapter 14, Analysis of Sales Volume. Let's talk about sales volume analysis. Okay, sales volume analysis. How to analyze the sales volumes to find out the weak points in your selling structure in your organization. Okay, Friedrich Nietzsche, a famous German philosopher, once said something like this: "It's only through evaluation that value exists, and without evaluation, the nut of existence would be hollow." Okay, again, it's only through evaluation that value exists. And without evaluation, the nut of existence would be hollow. So the value, where is your value or evaluation? Okay? And the value of that, where does it exist? Yeah. The value exists in the evaluation, through evaluation. So you don't have evaluation, right? The existence will be hollow. Okay? It's very philosophical, right? Very philosophical. Okay. So let's talk about how to analyze your sales volume to find out about your existence. Okay? Existence as a business, as a viable business. Okay. In sales analysis, just as in many of the processes in the company, you can follow this planning, implementation, and evaluation process. Planning, implementation, and evaluation. Basically, in the planning stage, you set your goals. Right? Determine your strategies and tactics. That's in planning. Okay. Once the plan is done, you're going to implement that. When you implement that, you need to organize your process, organize your staff, and then operate. Okay, organize staff, find the people, and run it, operate it. Okay, once you implemented your strategies, right, your goal to achieve your goals, you always want to evaluate. Okay, evaluate to find out about whether you have reached your goals, right? So evaluation is about comparing your goals and your results. And if there is variance, you need to explain that. Explain the variance, right? The result of your evaluation is fed back into the planning stage for the next period. There's always the steps involved in carrying out a task. Okay, with any organizations, any companies, any groups, for any projects. Okay, remember this: planning, implementation, and evaluation. Okay, so the evaluation process. Why do we want to do the evaluation? Right? What's the purpose or goal of evaluating? Okay? You want to evaluate to find out what happened first. Okay? What happened? What actually happened? Okay? And then you explain why it happened. Why it happened that way. Okay? And then thirdly, you want to decide what to do about it. You know what happened, you know why it happened, then what do you want to do to handle that, to process that, to resolve that, or to do better over that. Okay, so there's an evaluation process. Find out what happened, why it happened, and what to do about it. Okay, there is a principle called the 80-20 principle, or Pareto law. Sometimes it's called Pareto law, called 80-20 principle. Is actually quite prevalent in virtually everything, every item, every organization, or every issue in many places. Okay, 80-20 principle. 80-20 principle is actually quite prevalent in virtually everything, every item, every organization, or very every item, every organization, or very every issue in many places. Okay, 80-20 principle. 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 80- is for the context, in the context of this lecture or this class, we talk about the sales volume, of course, right? That the 80-20 principle will tell us that the 80% of the orders, customer, territories, or products contributes only 20% of the sales volume or profit. Think again, okay? 80% of all your orders, customers, territories, or products contribute only 20% of the sales volume or profit. Okay? In other words, what about the rest? That is 20% of the orders, customer, territories, or products contribute to what? About 80% of your sales volume and profit. Okay? 20% of your orders, customers, territories, product contributes to 80% of your sales volume or profit. In other words, a majority of your sales volume or profit is actually attributable or comes from only 20% of your best orders, biggest orders, best customers, best territories, or best products. So keep that in mind, okay? This 80-20 principle actually epitomizes the misplacement of marketing efforts. It epitomizes the misplacement of marketing efforts, right? You need to keep that in mind. So your marketing efforts could be misplaced big time, okay? 80-20 principle. Let's give you an example here. I'll look at the sales figures of a company, okay? If you just look at the total sales volume, this y-axis is total sales volume, x-axis is time over the years. You look at the total sales volume, what happens? What does it tell you? Looks like your total sales from here, early years, goes up, quickly up, slowly up, quickly up, slowly up, then up again fast. Okay, seems to go on, expanding, increasing pretty rapidly many of the times, but unstable some other times, right? Doing not bad, right? But if you look at the sales volume of territory A, one of your territories, right? One of your territories, maybe one state, one county, one city, or one region, or one country, right? You see that the sales volume over the years is actually quite flat, stay flat, okay? So where your overall sales volume is growing, the territory A is not growing as fast, or it just remain the same. Yeah? That indicates something is happening there, right? You can look into territory A to find out why that is the case. What can you do about it? Okay, so total sales figures may hide significant problems. And in this case, the problem with territory A. Okay, so what are the bases for you to analyze your sales volume? What are the bases for you to analyze? Okay, you can analyze the total sales volume by units, by dollars, okay, dollars or units. Okay, you can analyze sales by territories. Remember the territory, the unit of territory could be cities, counties, states, or countries. Okay, sales by territories. Okay, you can analyze sales by products, different product or different product lines. Okay, you can also analyze sales by customer classifications, different type of customers. Okay, I want you to do analysis on all of them: volumes, territories, products, and customers. So then you know the total sales, you know how well you do. Right? By territory, you know where your product is selling the most, the best. Right? And by products, you know which product is selling well. And by customer classifications, you know which industry did you do better than in other industries. Okay, so these are the basis for analyzing your sales volume. Okay. Let's look at some example here. This is a company called the Colorado Ski Company. Colorado Ski Company. Right? Information used to analysis of total sales volume. Okay. Let's look at this company. This company volume, right? This year from 1993 all the way to 2002, right? That's 10 years, about 10 years. 10 years of sales volume, okay? That's in millions of dollars, right? In 1993, the company sold $15 million, $15 million. Next year, 18 million. Next year, 19.2. Next year, 19.8. And then down a little bit, 19.2, then up again, 21, then 22, 23, 25, to 27 in 2002. That's $27 million. What does it look to you? Does it look good? You can see mostly growing, right? Mostly growing, maybe a little bit slow down, a little bit come back down, but it's still, pretty much from $50 to $27 million a year in 10 years. Not too bad, right? Almost doubled, okay? Now that's if you look at just company volume, right? But let's look at the industry volume. There's the whole industry, not just this company's Colorado Ski, but all the companies making ski products in the country. Look at the total sales of all the companies who are the industry in millions of dollars sales. You can see in 1993, the industry sold 150 million, right? The next year, 180. Next year, 216, right? You can see this here is about 10 times the industry. This company is 1/10 of the industry. Again, this year, 1/10, right? And then the industry goes up to 216. The company went up only to 19, right? The industry goes up until most recently, 2002, is $360 million, total industry volume. Okay? Of that, right? If you see, just look at the industry volume, what do you see? We see that industry volume, industry sales actually goes up and more than doubled, right? The company, you double 150 is 300. It's more than doubled. This company is not doubled, right? If it doubled, it should be 30. So that's why if you look at the company's market share of the market is more revealing, right? We divide this one, the company volume, by total industry volume, you got 7.5% here, right? You do the same thing for all the years. You can see the company actually started out with 10% of market share, 1993 and 94, okay? And actually steadily went down from 10% of the market, goes all the way down to 8.9, 8.3, 8.2, 7, 6, and then 7, barely a 7.5%. So what do you say about the company's performance? How would you evaluate the performance of the CEO or president? If you just look at the company volume numbers, you see he's doing fine, he or she is doing fine, right? If you look at their market share, you can see they are actually doing not so good, right? Not so good, okay? So industry number versus company number, okay? Let's look at another example here, okay? And this one is the analysis of territorial sales volume in 5 territorial Western divisions of the same company, Colorado Ski Company, okay? They have 5 territories, territory A, B, C, D, and E, okay? And the market index of that, is what percentage of sales from each one is 27, 22, 15, 20, and 16. Add together is 100%. 100%. Okay? And if you look at the company's sales goals, remember in the planning, sales planning, right? The sales goes in thousands of dollars, right? The goal for territory A was 3,645,000 or 3.6 million, $3.6 million, right? And the actual sales is only 2.7 million. Okay, 2.7 million. So the percentage, performance percentage, 2,700 divided by 3645, you get 74%. Okay. For territory B, the sales goal was set at 2,970 or 2.97 million. Okay. The actual sales was 3.69 million. Okay. Over 100%. Right. Doing same thing for territory C. Actual sales goals, actual sales higher. Territory D, sales goals and actual sales lower. Okay. Territory E, goals 2.16 and actual 2.07. Okay. If you look at the total, sales goals total versus actual sales total, you all both got you 13.5, $13.5 million, 13.5 million total sales goals and 13.5 million total actual sales. Okay, if you set your goal, you achieved your goal, you're not doing too bad, right? Overall, you're doing fine, doing well. You beat your goal, meet your goal. Okay. But you do a further analysis of territory, you find something interesting. Remember, see here, 27 divided by 36, you get 74. 33.69 divided by 2.97, you get 124. 124% over the performance, over actual sales goals. 123, 95, 96. Right? What do you see here? Right? What do you see here? In territory B and C, you outperformed your goals. Right? In D and E, you almost performed as well. In territory A, you're not reaching your goals. Right? You also, if you look at dollar variation, how much in dollars you're short. The 22.7 million minus 3.6, you can not minus 945,000. So you lost almost, or you're almost $1 million short, $1 million short of your goal. Okay? But in territories B and C, you're $3/4 or $500,000 more. Okay, in these two territories, also you fell short. So through this analysis, you find where should you focus your effort, and where should you focus your effort. You need probably reset your goals or modify your goals to reflect that, or you put in more effort in territory A and territory D and E, right? B and C doing well, okay? That's in analysis by territories. Okay? Let's look at another one, right? This is analysis of product sales performance in two territories by this company, Colorado Ski Company, right? Let's look at two territories, territory A and territory B, okay? And the product they have skis, they have accessories, they have pants, and they have parkas. Okay, skis, accessories, pants, and parkas. Okay, and in territory A, the goal is again, as we said, 3.645, right? The actual is 2.7, right? We're short of 945,000, right? Of that, okay, if you look at the different type of product, the ski products, the goal was 1.6, you actually 1.7, so you actually made more than your plan, right? Accessories minus, right? Pants, huge minus number. Parkas, huge minus number. So in territory A, your sales in skis is well, you're doing well, you outperformed your goal, right? But in another three, you're not doing so well, especially on pants and parkas. Okay? Then let's look at territory B in this case. Territory B, we know the goal was 2.97 million, and the actual was 3.69 million. Okay, and here's by the product lines, right? This is skis, goal 1.2 million, actual 1.6 million. You get 357,000 more than your planned. Okay, the same accessories doing very well. Okay, pants extremely well. Okay, a lot, right? And then parkas, right? Not too well. It's minus 90. Okay, so what do you see here? You need to make some adjustments, right? Obviously, you need to make adjustments, right? You may either want to put in more efforts in selling pants and parkas in territory A, and more efforts in selling parkas in territory B, and also you may want to think about the moving inventories between A and B, or moving your sales force between territory A and B. Okay, this is through analysis of product categories for this Colorado ski company. Okay. Sometimes the companies use something called the customer probability cube. Customer probability cube. This is a cube, right? This is a cube here, right? Cube has, of course, it has three dimensions. One dimension here is with product, right? Product 1, product 2, product 3, and product 4. Okay, and then there's customers. Customer 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way in. Okay? And then also in timing, in quarters, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. Okay, you can look at the numbers. For example, for product 1, for customer 1, C1, and in first quarter is 0.9. Okay, 0.9, right? So there's a change, the probability in that category. Yeah, there's a probability of 0.9 in Q1, C1 for P1, right? For P2, C1, and Q1 is 0.2, right? P3, C1, and Q1 is 0.5, etc. We use this to tell about the customer profitability, sales potential, etc. But this is kind of harder for you to visualize. It's just three-dimensional. Okay, three-dimensional is a cube. So this shows salespeople what to sell, when, and to whom. So it's more complicated, okay? But it's used by some companies. Okay? And finally, let's talk about Salesforce automation. Yeah. Now the Salesforce sales activities are largely automated, right? Typically, the single part of an overall CRM system is used, right? They use the single part of the overall CRM, right? And the automation, the CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management, right? Company will use the CRM to actually gather all the information about the customers, market, sales orders, sales histories, contacts, and everything into one place. Okay, you can use that automation to analyze information from a variety of companies' different business functions. You know, the CRM will have your sales numbers, sales figures, data in the CRM. You have your marketing, promotional activities in the CRM, accounting records in the CRM, purchasing orders, purchasing histories in the CRM, and also the manufacturing data in the CRM. Okay, so that's why the one single system that contains everything about this customer, right? That's why it's called customer relationship management, managing all aspects of customer relations. But even though Salesforce automation seems to be a good initiative, right? It's a good initiative, but the salespeople in the field sometimes are actually quite resistant to that. They are sometimes resistant to SFA initiatives. Why do you think that is the case? This is the question, the final question on this chapter I want to ask you. I want you to pause at this moment and think for a few minutes. Why would salespeople be resenting or are resistant to Salesforce automation initiative? Okay, you can pause and then you can resume. Okay? The answer to that, as a part of reason, is they have fear. They have fear that the SFA, CRM, SFA will replace them. They can replace their job. Okay? Once the company has all the information, they may not need salespeople. Also, some of their customer contacts, customer relations are personal. They feel, at least they feel, is their personal effort, their personal achievement, personal connections. They don't want to turn over that to the company, into the system CRM. Right? They want to maintain that. Sometimes they even have the sense that they want to keep that when they leave the company. So that's why they are not very much buying into that. So that's the reason for their resistance. Okay, that's all I have for this chapter. That's all. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.